is to introduce to you these wonderful teenagers from Voice. Voice is Indiana's statewide initiative to eliminate teen smoking and vaping. And first up, we have Mr. Blake Hurst. Blake, come on.
Thank you so much for having us, allowing us to speak today. We're really excited to do some advocacy work. I go to New Palestine High School and I'm from Hancock County. I'm going to introduce my other videos, let them introduce themselves, and we're going to get rolling.
Hey everybody, I am Mia Mallory and I am from Delaware County and Howard County.
Hi everyone, I'm Elena Russ. I'm from Spencer County. Good afternoon, I'm Brooke Romine and I'm from Hancock County.
Hi everyone, I'm Lily Gonzalez from Lake County.
Hi, I'm Anna Spinoza and I'm from Elkhart County.
Hi, I'm Avi Mon from Marion County.
Hey guys, I'm Sanjana Molineni from Hamilton County.
Hi everyone, I'm Colin Crabb from Kosciuszko County.
Hi, I'm Molly Meyer and I'm from Spencer County.
Hey everybody, so if you don't know, I'm going to remind you a little bit about Voice. We educate, we engage, and we empower. So we engage everyone in our communities and the youth to come to events like this, and we engage them to join the movement. Then we educate. We focus on educating everyone in our communities, our legislators, and our voice members about how tobacco has been harmful to us. Then we empower. We empower everyone in our communities to be leaders, to go out and make a change.
Okay everyone, so I'd like to ask you to participate in a little activity, so please raise your hands if you agree with our following statements. So the first statement I will share with you is please raise your hand if you have a loved one that has been impacted by smoking or vaping. Just take a moment, look around the room. Can you believe how many hands? Can't you see that we are all dealing with the effects of tobacco and vaping, and we are not alone. And by working together, we can help to end the tobacco epidemic. And that is also why I created this photo project, as you can see over here, where a lot of you all brought your photos from your personal family members that have been impacted by vaping or smoking. And I personally have a picture of my grandpa on there. He began smoking when he was a teenager, and he often was running out of breath and he never was really able to play with me, and I often wondered why. And I ended up realizing that it was because of smoking. He ended up developing COPD and he died from lung cancer when I was only 8 years old. And my story is just one out of countless in this room. And I hope that this will show legislators that just how many of us tobacco has affected, and it will help us to gain their support. And now I'll hand it over to Blake.
All right, we're going to continue in this activity and do another raise your hand. So raise your hand if you have seen tobacco or nicotine products, advertisements, or marketing within your community. This could be in your gas stations, your convenience stores, everyone. Me too, yes, double hands, everywhere. Yes, at my local gas station, we have seen, just at one time, we've counted over 47 advertisements. Not only is that unnecessary, but it is targeting. We of course know the specific manipulative tactics towards youth. They're using celebrity endorsements, they are using fruity flavors, blue raspberry, pink lemonade. Your grandpa is not smoking that. There is a reason for that, and it's to target youth like us. So we are standing here today, we are speaking with our legislators to make change, allow us to regulate those products on our shelves.
Now, I want you to raise both your hands if you believe that big tobacco purposefully targets marginalized communities. Yes, I am so proud to see you all here holding big tobacco accountable. I know for a fact that they target those in the mental health minority. And so I am here advocating for everyone today who faces mental health challenges. And thank you so much for being here with me today and helping this whole event.
With our legislators today need to address changing the status quo. The tobacco tax has not been raised since 2007. Keep in mind, I was born in 2007. Facebook, guys, went global in 2007. I know some people still use it, but think about how much technology and social media has gone up and increased from then to modern times, and why are we still at the same tax rate for tobacco products? We are currently the 39th state considering our tobacco tax rates. If we were to increase that tax and make it an equal parity across e-cigarette, nicotine products, Zyn products, not only would we curb usage, but we would prevent the usage of future customers becoming addicted to these products. And then we have to think about funding. We are, as a state, given $9.19 million for tobacco and cessation program funding every year. Yet the industry, the tobacco industry, is spending $293 million on advertising every year. That's 33 times the amount of funding we have to help those who are being affected by the advertising. How can we keep up, especially as they continue to grow, how can we keep up with the industry if we do not have the funding to support our programs and to educate our youth, to provide quick programs to those who need it, and put out the info and empower others? We need to make a change. Today we are here to share with our legislators the truth and hopefully get some bills passed that will make that change.
We are going to continue to hear from some very powerful speakers that will empower you. Before we leave the stage, we want to remind you, we are all superheroes. We all have the power to make change. If you're ready to advocate for your communities and use your superpowers to educate your legislators about what is really going on and how we can make a change, please shout, "Action Speaks." Ready? Action Speaks! Thank you.
Next up on the agenda, I'd like to introduce two very important doctors who are down for the cause when it comes to preventative medicine and treatment of anyone suffering from smoking issues. First up is Dr. Julie Clary. She's a native Hoosier, born in Evansville, and has received all of her training here in the state. She is a graduate of DePaul University and earned her medical degree at Indiana University. She joined the faculty of IU's School of Medicine in 2015, and she specializes in cardiovascular disease prevention and inherited cholesterol disorders. Dr. Clary is active within the American College of Cardiology, with advocacy both from the federal and state level. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage is Dr. Julie Clary.
Good afternoon, everyone. That's a very tough act to follow. I don't feel like anybody really wants to hear me speak now. We want the kids to come back up. That was great. But thank you for having me here today. As a cardiologist, I've witnessed firsthand the toll tobacco use takes on individuals, families, and communities. Today I want to discuss why increasing the cigarette tax is a crucial step towards improving public health, particularly here in Indiana. But sadly, this isn't the first time I've been here talking about this in the State House. I did this 9 years ago, but I'm hoping that maybe this will be the last time. We know that tobacco use is the leading cause of preventable disease and death. Nearly half of all smokers die prematurely from tobacco-related illnesses. As a cardiologist, I see the serious and often fatal consequences of tobacco use on a daily basis. Children lose their parents due to premature heart attacks. Adults in the prime of their lives lose a limb. And families suffer devastating losses that could have been avoided if their loved one quit smoking years prior, or even better yet, never started. In Indiana, the impact of tobacco use is particularly severe. Our state has one of the highest smoking rates in the country. estimated to be over $3.4 billion per year. While at the same time, Indiana has one of the lowest state cigarette taxes. Increasing the cigarette tax by $2 per pack has shown to be an effective measure that can help reduce smoking rates and mitigate these devastating effects. Again, extensive research has shown this direct correlation between tobacco use and poor health outcomes. Secondhand smoke affects all of us, including children and the elderly. If we know that smoking causes heart attacks, strokes, aneurysms, and peripheral vascular disease, and we also know that increased cigarette tax decreases smoking rates, this means that increased cigarette taxes decrease heart attacks, strokes, aneurysms, and peripheral vascular disease, and ultimately save lives. In conclusion, increasing the cigarette tax is a proven policy strategy that can drive down high smoking rates in Indiana. By doing so, we can ultimately improve health outcomes, reduce healthcare costs, and create a healthier state for all users. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Next up is another distinguished doctor, Dr. Nasser Hanna. He's a fellow of the American Society of Clinical Oncology, and he's a medical oncologist at the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Campus. He is the Tom and Julie Wood Family Foundation Professor of Lung Cancer and the Chief of Cancer Screening at IU Health. His area of clinical work, research, and advocacy are in the area of early detection, prevention, and therapy. Coming to the stage is Dr. Nasser Hanna. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to echo Dr. Clary's thoughts about the student speakers that were here speaking to you just a few minutes ago. Truly, truly exceptional and inspiring. And I feel very confident that the future is in good hands with advocates like those. So, I'm a medical oncologist. I take care of people who have cancer. And I've been at this about 25 years now, and my area of specialty has been lung cancer. And when I started practicing about 25 years ago, I started seeing people with shortness of breath and coughing up blood, pain, debilitation, suffering. And it didn't make any sense to me why we would permit such horrible suffering in our society when there was something that we could do. The single most important thing that we can do to improve the health, the quality of life, reduce the suffering in Indiana would be to reduce smoking rates. Make no mistake about it, cigarette smoking is the #1 cause of suffering and death in Hoosiers. Now, you would think that would be enough to be persuasive to just simply do the right thing. And the right thing here is to do everything we can to reduce smoking rates. And let's think about, just for a minute, who we are helping. So in my area of specialty, which is lung cancer, it may come to surprise you that more women were diagnosed with lung cancer last year in the United States than men. More women were diagnosed. Lung cancer is the #1 cause of cancer death in women, in men, in rural Hoosiers, in urban Hoosiers, in suburban Hoosiers, in black Hoosiers, in white Hoosiers, in brown Hoosiers. It is the #1, and it's not even close. So those are the compelling human reasons to do the right thing. Now, when you talk with your legislators, some will be coming from different points of view. I've been doing this for 25 years, and I've talked to a lot of people, And some people are persuaded by the science, but not everyone. Some people are persuaded by a story in their own family, but not everyone. Some people are persuaded by the economics of something, but not everyone. And so it's hard to know what the right message will be for the person that you're speaking with. But this is the approach that I would take. The reason to go into public service is to help your constituents. It's to help the public. Raising the cigarette tax will be the single most important thing your legislator will ever do to improve the health and well-being of their constituents. This will be the most substantial and consequential thing they will do, because smoking causes 1 out of 3 cancer deaths. And not only that, people who smoke suffer in so many other ways. They suffer because they can't breathe. They suffer because they have a stroke. They suffer because they have to have limbs amputated. And so my advice to you is to keep the message very simple. This is the most important thing that your legislator will do to improve the health and wellness of their community, of their neighbors, of their family, of their friends, of their co-workers. This is it. This is why you go into public service, to do public good. And frankly, you can come up with 1,000 excuses. Well, I don't like taxes. Well, hell, I don't either. Well, they can go across the border. Yes, they can. Well, what about sugar? Well, that's bad too. But these are distractions. We have 2 choices. You can do this and actually do something substantial and consequential, or we can continue to fall further and further and further behind. Because that's what's happened to Indiana with this thinking. We fall further and further behind. The business community knows what the right things to do are. Our surrounding states know what the right thing to do is. They are doing all these things. We have to be better than that. We have to not just catch up. We need to get ahead. We need Indiana to be better than that. And that's what I'll leave you with. I would encourage you to not get down too far into the weeds. It's very simple. There's no economic message that I can give that the business community is not already giving. The business community is telling them, this is what we want you to do. The public health advocates are telling you, this is what we want you to do. The community activists are telling you, this is what we want you to do. And so it's your choice. You can do the right thing and make a legacy for yourself and help your community and do good by the public. Or you can pass on this opportunity to do something that really is the reason why you were called to public service. So thank you, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much, Doctor. There's some great words there. Do we have anything else on the agenda? If we do not, I would like to remind everyone, please turn in the forms, your feedback forms, at the table in the back, please. And we'd like to thank all of you for coming out today. And remember that we all have a cause, and that is to prevent the citizens of Indiana from falling to death from tobacco usage and vaping. Thank you very much.